Yo, 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 yo. What's popping? What's good, Panther Nation? What's popping with y'all? Just got back to the crib from the game. We dropped the game, 27-21 to the Washington football team. Dave, you had another perspective. Man, let's just jump right into this, fam. Let's just jump into it. What were your thoughts from start to finish? Overall thoughts of the game, bro.
I thought the crowd was electric as hell. Y'all were amped up in there, and it showed. I felt like the DJ needs to be fired. The tunes that I did hear during the game was unsat. But overall, as for the game, it's a discussion that I've been talking about all season, and I've been trying to walk away from the discussion, but this game kind of reminds me of the discussion that we got to do something about the coaching, man. We got to do something.
Okay, elaborate.
Cam, piss poor coaching, time management per usual, piss poor game planning per usual. Like,
well, no, I mean, it's a couple good. They have a couple good game plans.
No, I'm talking about like when it comes to these losses, like they tend to overthink themselves. I want to ask you a question.
Sure.
How did you feel about them going for it on fourth down?
Well, I think it's two-sided. So you're talking about the original you're talking about the fourth down before we got
the
one
ball
where
back. The one where they took a timeout. The one that they took a timeout to decide to go for it. When they decided not to go for it, then they took a timeout to go for it, and they didn't get it.
I think they should have gone for it without having to use the timeout, right? I think using that timeout made it worse because I look at it like this. I think your defense, and they accomplished the goal, right? They made the stop, right? They held them to 6 points, and they were able to get the football back. So I don't think it was that egregious. I feel like I didn't like throwing it. I hate going for it and not throwing to or past the sticks. Like I do not like that, and I don't have a problem with them going for it. I felt like he got the Boo Birds came out heavy when he decided to, when the punt team came out, the Boo Birds came out heavy, and so I feel like he immediately changed his mind.
So and you know what?
Yeah,
that says a lot.
Yeah,
that gives me a reason why he shouldn't be the coach anymore.
Yeah, he definitely changed. Like he sent the punt team out. I mean, the fans went nuts because they felt like he should have went for it.
But honestly, the analytics say he should have punted. That's the irony of it all, by the way. The analytics says that he should punt it. Yeah, the analytics say he's supposed to punt it. But the thing that bothers me more than anything else is the fact that he changed that shit on the fly because you guys booed his ass.
Oh yeah,
you can't have somebody like a head. You can't have somebody like a head coach like.
Well, that's not Dave. That's not fair because that's how Riverboat Ron was born.
Yeah, but he didn't change his mind like that.
You saying
Riverboat Ron was born?
It took him
Yeah, Riverboat Ron was born because he had so many different situations where he should have went for it, and it cost us games. This was, you made a decision to punt. They booed your ass.
Yeah.
You called a timeout and you changed your mind.
Critical timeout usage. Like you had.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that was critical. That was a critical timeout. But it worked out. It worked. That we can play.
But the only reason why
it worked out because dude went out of bounds.
No, because it was because it was a damn idiot on the team, and Rivera was pissed.
Yeah,
Rivera
went out of bounds. Pissed. So hindsight, we can say, it was it was stupid to do that, but it did end up working out, and it did not prevent us from actually winning the game. So we could talk about that call.
But it changes the perspective, Rashad.
No,
instead of having to have to score a touchdown, you only had to get a field goal to tie to get into the.
No, that's not fair. No, that's not. I disagree with that. I disagree with that.
Think about it, dude. If you punt the ball out, you have all three of your timeouts. You 3-and-out the dude. I disagree. You 3-and-out them, or you stop them. Right?
Nope. So Dave, when did we stop them? We didn't stop them until they were forced to kick a field goal. How do you know that we would have made any stops? How do you know they wouldn't have milked the clock to drive all the way 99 yards?
Look, I understood why Rule did it. My beef was the decision making of why he did it. My beef was that he didn't stick to his fucking guns and he used the timeout. I'm not mad that Rule went for it. I'm more mad about the fact that he just didn't go with what he was gonna roll with. Like, if you guys didn't boo them, they would have punted that ball, bro. That's my point. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
They would have punted that ball. If y'all didn't boo that man out that stadium, they would have punted that ball. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. I don't disagree. I agree with what you're saying. I feel
no,
like,
I mean,
but
now,
I do agree with I agree with how it worked out, because I think you put them. I think it was a bit of a chess move, right? You put them in enough. You give them a half a field to work with. If you make stops, you can force them to punt, or worst case scenario, they drive with enough time to at least make a field goal, and then you can drive. How it worked out, we had an opportunity to still win the game. We still had an opportunity to drive down and make something happen, right? And we just didn't. I feel like more emphasis needs to be put on the play calling, right? The play calling on those fourth down situations. I think that's where the emphasis needs to be put.
No, it was bad.
Instead of talking about Matt Rule, because again, I feel like the first one, you have to throw past the sticks, right? This is, and I'm going to ask a question, Dave. I'm going to ask a question here. So you remember how, it was all the buzz that, we're not throwing the football deep because it was Teddy, right? Teddy, we didn't throw the football deep.
Mm-hmm.
Sam Darnold, we thought he was going to be the guy to help throw the football deep. He's not throwing the football deep. Now we got Cam Newton. We know he can throw the football deep. Maybe not consistently, but we know he has the arm to do it. But we're still not throwing the football deep. And we cannot sit up here and say that the offensive line isn't protecting. Because I've seen plenty of opportunities where the offensive line was holding up and we're just not taking those deep shots. What is going on with the deep football? It is not there. You're seeing teams sit on our routes. There is zero yak yardage. There's no yak in this offense. None. They're getting the football, they're catching the football, and they're going down immediately because all the cornerbacks are sitting on our routes. There's no deep threat. Like we have the threat on the field from a Robbie Anderson perspective, but we know that there is no deep threat being. There's no deep passes being attempted. No, nothing. There's no threat of anybody being beat deep.
They don't believe in you, man, and they want you to do it, and you're still not doing it.
They did. I saw plenty of times where I saw single high safety, and I'm like, yo, we gotta take advantage. Throw the football deep, take a shot. Like worst case scenario, you draw pass interference. DJ Moore is pretty good at doing that, going after the football, drawing pass interferences. Why not go out there and at least try to throw the football deep? And at least worst case scenario, draw an defensive pass interference. Like I don't understand, where is the deep ball in this offense? Like we've seen three quarterbacks.
Yo, Rashad, it's where it was when we had Rule. It never was there when we picked up Joe Brady. It never was there, bro. And I've been trying to tell you guys. Well, you know this already, but I've been trying to tell all you guys. You out here trying to blame these damn quarterbacks. You out here trying to blame these offensive linemen. You got to start looking at the damn scheme. There's a constant here. But don't worry. Y'all are going to say, well, maybe Cam doesn't know the playbook yet. Okay.
I mean, like, I'm not mad. Like, listen, for a loss, yo, I'm chill. Because like I told y'all, bro.
Here's my thing, man. I know you was like, yo, I'm playing with house money at this point.
It
doesn't matter either
house
way.
Money for me.
But for me, let me tell you something, bro. I watch these games. I want my squad to win. So when I watch these games and I see things like we're 0-4 against the NFC East, fam.
0-4, Dave.
0-4 against the NFC East. That loss probably is going to fall us down to 10th in the standings in the NFC because the Vikings won today. They beat the Packers. The Eagles won today. They beat the Saints. And I know you guys are happy that the Eagles beat the Saints and we hate the Saints. I get all that. But with that happening, that means they're tied with us, which means they both own the tiebreaker because we lost to them.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the problem right now. And now we lost to Washington, who also will have the tiebreaker against us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's the odds for us making the playoffs are really it's not good because of the tiebreakers. We really need some things to happen. And listen, for me, it's not even about that. Like, I want the team to win. It's not that I don't want the team to win, but I feel like you have to look at these things within context too, right? Cam, he just got here, fam. Like he's been here a week. Like
Oh nah, I'm
I
not. But the thing
understand.
is,
Hold on, Dave. Hold
the
on,
thing.
Dave. Let me finish.
All right, go
Let me
ahead.
finish, Dave. I understand that there's gonna be some things offensively that may not be okay. Like I understand that. Like I understand the fact that there are some things that may not work out. But what I do expect, Dave, is I expect the defense to come do their thing. I expect the defense to be formidable every week. I do not expect them to get gashed like they got gashed today. I felt like with a defense that we have, that we would be in any game, no matter how you know, no matter how far the offense is along. I know the offense is going to be better with Cam. I know that. As we seen today, the offense was better, but we don't expect the defense to be ass. And that's what we saw today. We saw an ass defense, Dave. Complete shit show on defense. And that's unsat. That's unsat.
The defense reserves the right to have a rough game.
Fuck that. Hell no.
No, stop. Let me finish. They deserve the right to have a bad game. But I think the problem is that once again we didn't adjust. I was listening to Pat before we went live. And one thing, and he went through the Gilmore interview. I knew Gilmore was still trying to heal up. I didn't realize it was that rough from the standpoint of how much he's playing, right? So there's a couple of things that I learned today. The first thing I learned today is that Dante Jackson just cost him some money today. That's the first thing I learned today. Second thing I learned today is Jeremiah Carter also cost himself some money today.
Jermaine Carter.
Because they didn't play well today. Huh?
Jermaine Carter.
Jermaine. I said Jeremiah, didn't I? Yeah, Jermaine. Sorry. Jermaine.
That's why he's not coming on the show, Dave.
No, he's not coming on the show because you out here.
Oh, shit. Oh, man, that's funny. My bad.
That's hilarious.
I had to take the shot there. Go ahead. Speaking of shots, I need something to drink. I need something to drink. Go ahead, Dave.
Be careful out there. But my thing is, I think the problem is that we've been hyping up certain aspects of this defense, and some of those players who've been playing well all this time just didn't show up today. Like Jeremy Chin showed up today. Shaq Thompson showed up today. Derek Brown did not show up today. Derek Brown was getting manhandled, bro.
Yeah, we got manhandled. We're
gonna have a different discussion about that.
But I think what happened. Shout out to Trayvon Lawrence, dropped the super chat in here with nothing, a blank super chat. So we appreciate that. But you know what, Dave? I felt like we were just out schemed. We were out coached because what Washington
out coached by who?
Yeah, by Ron Rivera and his offensive coordinators. I feel like what they did was not extraordinary. Fam, you know what they did, Dave? There was a lot of motion. There was a lot of misdirection, and we were off balance. We didn't know what the hell. We didn't know where the football was. We couldn't just pin our ears back and get after it. That's why you didn't see many sacks. And then that's why Taylor Heineke had time, because we didn't know where the football was. That's why sometimes they were running the football on us, and we didn't know where the football was. I mean, it was great. It was great offense by the Washington football team. I got to give them credit. They had us on our heels defensively. We didn't know what was coming. We didn't know what to do. We did like you said, Dave. We didn't adjust. I feel like, I was one saying, Gilmore should have been out there more. I didn't know his quad was still jacked up. I didn't know that. So I understand him not being out there like that. But Dante was getting cooked. I mean, he was getting toasted up. He's getting toasted up.
Well, here's the thing, too. There is a weakness of our defense. You know what that is? Running up the middle. And they did that a lot.
No, it's not. No. It's not the middle, Dave. It ain't the middle. It's the edges. Fam, how many times did they get out on the edges and run right at? That's the same thing that Dallas did against us. When Dallas ran the football on us, they took it right to Hassan Reddick and right to Brian Burns, fam. They got on them edges, bro, with the misdirections and the sweeps and all that shit, and it was cooking. It was cooking us. And we got handled in the middle. You're right, Dave. We got handled in the middle too. But fam, they was running into the edges, bro, and they was getting us cooked. Like we gotta figure out a way to get Yetur Gross-Matos, those other guys out there, and try to figure out how to stop this run, because the blueprint is out there. I mean, we've seen the Vikings did it to us. Philly did it too. A couple teams ran on us like that, and sometimes we're able to stop it. Like, when you get those offensive lines, it's not that good, we can stop it. Like what the Falcons, there's been some games where we've been able to stop the run, but fam, they got us put on our heels, bro. It was not pretty in the run game. We gave up 170, 180 yards, no, 190 yards rushing. 190 yards rushing.
190 yard rushing.
It's crazy, bro. That's crazy. You're not gonna win. There's no game you're gonna win. That's what the second or third time we're giving up that many. It's like when it rains, it pours, and they just don't know how to stop it. They don't know how to cut off the faucet when that run game get going. We do not know how to adjust. But I don't know, bro. It wasn't pretty. It was not pretty at all. And I'm not upset that we lost. Like I said, Cam was back. We had the good homecoming. All kind of hats was out there. The vibe was nice. It was cool. Got to see Cam come through that tunnel. And again, I was impressed with the offense. I know it looked rough at the end with the third downs. But fam, did you that damn throw to CMC, fam? That was an elite throw, bro. We have not seen that here ever since he left.
Cam had 120.5 passer rating. So Cam had a great day. Cam played really well.
That's what I'm happy about, bro. And listen, I know the defense, maybe that's an outlier. I hope it's an outlier, and maybe they can come along. But I'm cool. Like, he only got sacked one time, so the offensive line was fine. The offense did fine. Christian McCaffrey, I don't think we ran the ball like we wanted to. Cam had 46 on the ground. Christian McCaffrey had 59. We had a total of 111 rushing yards, but we got to get up in the 160s, 170s for this offense to be real, for it to really click. We couldn't get it going offensively. Then Christian McCaffrey lead. Not that we couldn't get it going offensively, but we couldn't get it going in the pass game. Christian McCaffrey, 7 receptions, 60 yards. So, I mean, fam, wow. Asia says, start the too late is better than Derrick Brown. Well,
that's one way to look at it. That's not a lie. That's not a lie. But he don't work here anymore. So.
Yeah. So, yep, the homecoming got spoiled for sure. But it was fun, man. Let me tell y'all this. I want everybody to answer this question. Now, this is a positive. This is kind of positive shot, rehabbing a little bit, and I'm giving y'all a little bit of positive shot, right? Let me tell y'all something. When we got the football back, on with 2 minutes left, a little under 2 minutes left. Did y'all think we had a chance? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Did y'all think we had a chance? Yes or no? Dave, did you think we had a chance to win the game when Cam Newton got the football in his?
Yeah.
Because I did. I was confident. I was like, yo, we about to go down there. We about to get this W. That's the difference.
I was confident.
That's the difference, Dave.
But here's the question of the day, Rashad. Are we going to have folks out here talking about, Cam's 0-1 with the last drive on the line?
Nah, I ain't worried about that. I'm
just
not here, bro.
My context. I know that. I know that. No, but that's my point. You're right. It's context. That's my point. It just sounds silly because the fact is you're in the damn game to get to the point to have a chance to win it at the end. That part's important too. And the thing is, that shit looks like what happened today looked eerily similar to some of the things that happened in 2019. Not 2019, 2020, excuse me, in 2020, where the defense didn't have a good day and the offense had to keep them in it. And then the offense had a chance to win at the end and we didn't do it. Because the defense, I don't think this is the worst day they've had this season, but it's up there. It's between that and Dallas.
It's up there. It's up there.
Like, I'm not mad about what happened to Philly. I mean, and the Giants, because you had terrible quarterback play. But, yeah, I mean, it was a rough day. Yeah, that's right. Riverboat outcoached him. But Riverboat is an NFL coach. I mean, there's differences, man. There's differences between an NFL coach and a college coach.
Yeah,
you guys know that. There's a difference
yeah,
between the
man.
folks who coach on Saturdays and the folks who coach on Sundays.
But my overall point, going back to my original point, my point was that when Cam Newton had the ball in his hands with
We
2
all
minutes
thought we were
left,
gonna win.
we
We
all
all thought we were
thought
gonna win.
we had a chance. And that's the difference between what we had previously and what we have now. Again, do I think this is a Super Bowl contender right now? No, I don't think that we could we potentially make the playoffs. And once you get in the playoffs, anything can happen, right?
Anything can
So
happen.
anything can happen once you make the playoffs. But I'm okay with us not being a playoff team. Like, I'm cool. Like, I'm personally cool. Like, I see. I'm not gonna jump for the pump fake, right? When Cam got here, everybody's expectation immediately rise up, right? Everybody's expectation goes up. Oh, we got to make the playoffs now. Like, fam, he just got here.
But
Like,
here's
he
the thing,
just
bro.
got here,
There
fam.
was a portion of this fan base that had us in the playoffs before Cam even showed. Before that, there were
That sounds
folks
like a
prior.
personal problem.
Well, I'm just letting y'all know. I'm just letting you know, bro. There was folks before the season started thought that Carolina could make the playoffs this year. I wasn't one of those folks, but there was a lot of folks. That man's standard's not low. That man is being
It's
a
not
realist
low.
about it.
Exactly. I am not,
He's being a
bro. I
realist
don't have
about it.
my standards are real. Like, that's the difference between me and y'all. Like, y'all jump out the window. Not this dude. I know the game. I've been watching the game too long. I know when to go and I know when to fold them. You know what I'm saying? I know what's up, bro. I know it. I understand this team. I understand how it works, and I understand reality, bro. Like, the dude Cam Newton just got here, bro. Like, could after a few weeks he get hot and this offense completely flip and then the defense marry? Sure. But fam, I'm not expecting Cam Newton to come save it. I've been saying that. I don't expect Cam Newton to come in here and save us, B. I don't. I just
I
don't.
thought we had a chance to make the playoffs. I thought we had an outside shot to make the playoffs. But it all depends. It's going to be super dependent on everything else that's happening. So I think we got an outside shot still, but now it becomes tougher. With we got 6 games left, right? We can play 17 games, so we got 6 games left, and we got to win at least 4 out of these 6 to make it. Probably need to win 5 out of 6 to be honest. And we got to win the division game. We got to win the conference games. We can't keep losing the conference games. So we probably got to win 4 or 5 out of the last 6 to make it in. And that's cutting, and that's debatable. Truth be told, we probably need to win 5 or 6.
Yeah.
4 out of 6 you can do it, but I don't think we would survive any of the tiebreaker scenarios. So you probably got to win at least 5 out of the last 6 games to get into the playoffs. 10 win. 9 might get us in, but I think the tiebreakers will kill us. 10 will probably definitely get us in. So,
but yeah, man.
I mean, this is a valid point, but this is about the game plan too. Like, you can't. I mean, Cam had a pretty good efficient day.
Also, we got destroyed in time possession too. You got to think we ain't had, like, when we got the football, we had a couple. We did have a couple 3 and outs, yes. But fam, that's different. The difference is we're actually scoring touchdowns. You remember a couple weeks ago when we did not score touchdowns? You remember when we had 3 and outs and had no points to show from it? See, it's about progression. Like, that's what we look at these numbers. We look at stuff in isolation. Like, fam, we scored today. Like, did y'all forget that we didn't know how to score touchdowns? We remember when we relied on our defense to score touchdowns. Like, what we have to do now, and I tweeted this earlier. What the only thing consistent about this team is that they're inconsistent.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the only thing consistent about this team. We have to play complementary football, fam. Like, we have to figure out, and this all goes back to coaching. You guys are right. It goes back to coaching. We have got to figure out the penalties. Like, bro, how many times? And so we have several 3 and outs, but how many times do we start out in the hole 1st and 20? Answer me that.
Mm-hmm.
How many times did we go from second and 2 to 1st and 20?
Look, man, you preach to the
Like
choir,
it's
bro.
kind of, like no, I got to get people to look at the game differently because y'all look at it in isolation, fam, and y'all like that's not how it works. That's not how it works. Like it's no like realism to y'all expectations, fam. Like y'all just expect Cam to come in here and to flip the switch and him to erase bad coaching and erase, and it's not. That's not the case. Not the case. SC Bass says NFL is full of parity right now. Anybody can got key passes. That's true. That's true,
dude.
That's true.
Like if you talk about some of the results that happened today, the Indianapolis Colts mollywopped.
They destroyed. They
Mollywopped.
Yeah, they destroyed.
Mollywopped. Houston beat the Titans. The Texans beat the Titans today.
Yeah, like, we got to throw it. Put us on the list.
No, we got. But the thing we got. But now we got to start looking at watching in a different light because they just beat the Bucs. They just beat the Bucs and they beat us. Yo, they getting a Rivera special right now, bro. They're getting a Ron Rivera special. They're getting a Ron Rivera special right now.
Y'all know how Ron operates, bro. His teams start playing well towards the end of the year. He always been like that. Teams always play well in November and December, bro. He said that. He said it thousands of times. And that's what they mentioned that when on a couple podcasts I was on. Shout out to all the Washington football team podcasts I was on last week. They said it, they didn't have to remind me because I know Ron Rivera. Yo, when it comes to November, December football, his team start playing well, and we just from a Panthers perspective, bro, we just got to do better. We just got to do better, man.
I got to make a statement about this. There was a time where folks was asking me, should we give up on Jonathan Taylor? And I'm like, no, you should trade for him if you can because he had a slow start. My man had 5 touchdowns today, 51 fantasy points, 5 touchdowns, man. Balled out of his damn mind against a team that has one of the best run defenses in the NFL. Somebody said, are you going to bench Taylor against the Bills? Hell no. You play your studs.
Yeah, penalties killed us, bro. Penalties killed us across the board, man.
Was bad. Yo, so now, but you know what I've noticed? You know what I've noticed in the Twitter world right now, guy? They want to fire everybody now, which is hilarious to me. Like,
why is that hilarious? Because there's nobody else to blame. You can't blame the quarterback. They're not gonna never blame Cam. So and I'm not saying he shouldn't get any heat for this game. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is if it went bad, it's never gonna be Cam's fault, right? So it's gonna be somebody else at this point. It's gonna be the offensive line. It's going to be the coaches. It's gonna be somebody else. That's just how it is. It's no quarterback. It's no more Teddies. No more Sams. Like it's nobody else.
No more Teddies.
No, I'm serious. I'm dead ass. That's just how it works. That's how it works. That's how it's gonna work from here on out. It's nobody else to blame.
The question of the day is: could he lose his job because of the carousel?
What do you mean? I don't understand your question.
Like there was always speculation about who let
this is funny
him go. No, you don't.
What the hell is he gonna call? Well, he don't know either. Like, what's his specialty?
He's more of he played linebacker, so I'm leaning that he was a defensive guy.
He was offensive line coach too. He don't have a specialty. He is a people manager. He is not an offensive or defensive guy, bro. Like he's not calling shit. The only thing Matt Rule is a rah-rah guy. No disrespect. It may work for him. I don't know. But Matt Rule is a rah-rah guy, bro. He's not a offensive or defensive minded coach. So this is not happening.
How many rah-rah guys we have in the NFL right now?
Dave, I don't know, bro. I couldn't tell you that. If you look down, just look in our division. Just look in our division and go across the board. And it's an offense or defensive coach. It's no rah-rah guys. I don't know too many rah-rah guys.
You know what the funny thing is? You know what the hilarious thing with you saying that statement? I just thought about it in my head immediately that quickly. All the other 3 coaches, head coaches in the NFC South, they're all offensive minded guys. All 3 of them.
Yeah. And
Peyton,
if you look across the league,
and
you look across the league, it's going to be an offensive or defensive minded coach, and there is no rah-rah. There's just rah-rah guys.
Well, the thing
There's
about
no
Arthur
rah-rah
Smith
guys like
is
that. My bad.
Arthur Smith typically has a more conservative offense. Like that's what he had with the Titans. They want to run for his offense, but still he was offensive minded coach. But yeah, man, wow.
Taylor is better than run, bro. No, that's not the case. I won't even put that on the screen. But yeah, man. So we got the loss, and fam, I'm cool. Like I'm cool with it. I'm cool with the loss. Again, I just did not expect our defense to get carved up like they did. I mean, Terry McLaurin was wide open. It was dudes just running around wide open. And you know what else I saw,
Bro.
Dave? I don't know if y'all could see this from the screen. But what I saw was we looked really confused on defense. There was a lot of guys pointing. There was a lot of guys out of position. They didn't know when the ball was snapped. They were pointing, looking around. Fam, like they look real confused on the defensive side of the ball for us. We look real confused out there.
But you know what that tells me?
Several times.
But you know what that tells me? That means they didn't prepare well. They didn't prepare, bro.
You know what though? I also think, and this might be something to think about. I think maybe the crowd had something to do with it too. Like I think the crowd was maybe loud enough to where they couldn't hear each other.
Well, but the thing is, when it comes to the crowd noise and shit like that, you want the crowd noise. The defense should already know how to talk to each other in those crowds, especially when you're at home. It's the offense that typically struggles with the crowd noise. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know it's going to be amped up. They've been talking about the atmosphere all this time. You telling me you don't prepare? You know what I'm saying? You telling me you've never been in loud areas when you're on the road? Like, are you kidding me?
I don't know. I don't know, bro.
No, I'm not buying that.
Typically on the road, when the offense has the ball, they're quiet.
That's true.
So you don't really.
So all right,
vibe.
fine, that's fair. So, but the thing is, my point is, what I'm saying is that the defense has to deal with the loud crowds all the time. Like if they're going up, because when the defense is at home, they're screaming all the time during the defense. Like this isn't nothing new. Maybe it might be new to them because we've been so bad, but this isn't nothing new. Like the best defense we ever had, like Monsters Inc., the 03 defense, the 15 defense. Like, you don't think they had to deal with crowds when they were playing defense when they were at home?
And yeah, we got
the NFC Championship game.
Coaches. We got college coaches nowadays. It's different.
Yeah, but they don't. So college coaches don't deal with crowds. Their crowds are bigger.
Dave, this coaching staff. Let me tell you this. This coaching staff dealt with the COVID year, right? No crowds. Last year.
Sure.
This year.
But they coached before COVID, right? They coached before COVID, right?
Right, yeah, but not an NFL game. Not an NFL.
Not an
it's
NFL
different.
game.
Not and this. I promise you, this was the loudest crowd that Matt Rule has ever experienced, and that defense.
So?
Yes,
you think so?
I promise.
He played the Big 12. He coached in the Big 12, right?
I promise you, this crowd. I'm talking about you. You keep going back to college. This ain't college no more, Dave.
No, but I'm talking about the personnel.
I'm talking about the personnel and I'm talking about the personnel and the defense that we have right now. They ain't never experienced that until today. They look confused. What was the other reason they look confused, Dave? If you give me a reason, but they look confused out there, bro.
They looked unprepared. And I don't think their lack of preparation had anything to do with the crowd. They looked unprepared. That's my opinion on it, right? Like, you know how they looked unprepared, and maybe it wasn't as important to them to beat Rivera than it was for Rivera to beat them. You follow me? Yeah. So, because Rivera was like, I'm coming back to Charlotte. I got to take it to you guys. And he said all the right things in the media, but don't think he didn't want this game. And I felt for Cam a bit because I know Cam probably wanted this game too. Because they could have signed him as well. You know what I'm saying? And they said, we're gonna roll with Taylor. So I'm pretty sure Cam wanted this game too. But we can't blame Cam Newton as the reason why we lost today. Because there was just a lot of things that didn't go right on the defensive side of the ball. I just think I'm not gonna let him use the crowd as excuse of why.
I don't know that was it, bro. But I'm telling you,
I'm just not here. I'm just not here for it. They can look confused all they want. I think they look confused because I think they didn't prepare well, and they probably saw some shit that they didn't see before. That's why they look confused out there, which says something. So then you can have the argument of, Well, was it because everybody was more focused on making sure that Cam knows the playbook? And some things kind of didn't, the priority levels changed because of this Cam signing? But we don't want to get into that type of layers of granularity. We don't want to get into that granularity. Because maybe they were taking more time to get Cam ready and not thinking about how to scheme that offense. But in essence, that shouldn't impact Snow.
I mean, that they got different. Yeah, they got different rooms. Like that don't make sense to me. Like you got
I don't.
the
But
scheme.
my
The scheme is this. You got a scheme. Like you acting like the defense just took the week off because Cam got here. They got a game plan. They got to figure shit out.
Compared to how they played last week, man, it was like night and day. And I couldn't understand. And then I was more irritated because like McLaurin was able to do whatever the hell he wanted. And I'm like, why aren't you doubling this dude? Like, why aren't you doubling this cat? I just didn't understand, bro.
Yeah, and real talk on the last play they had down there in the red zone, Heineke had him open. He overthrew and the pressure got to him, and he overthrew him in the end zone. That would have been a dagger right there. But yeah, McLaurin. I thought McLaurin was gonna get shut down. Well, not shut down. I thought he was gonna get.
I had him
not shut down per se. But I thought he was gonna get.
Here's the question: the over under was 63 yards in underdog fantasy. What would you have taken today before you saw the game?
Say what?
The over under for Terry McLaurin was 63 yards receiving.
Yeah, I would have taken it under. I would have taken it
easily. The man had it after 2 plays, bro.
He did. He did have it after 2 plays. Yeah, he did.
Dog, and you know who he beat? He beat Dante on both of them.
Yeah, Terry McLaurin had 5 receptions for 103 yards. He was cooking. They had a bunch of dudes. They had some dudes I ain't never heard of getting off. The defense.
Carter. That kid.
Adam Humphries had 2. John Bates. Who the hell is John Bates?
John Bates got the 4th down play.
Like I said, Dave, who the hell is that? I don't know who that is.
He's the backup to the backup of the tight end.
I don't know who that is, fam. I'm just telling you, I don't know who that is.
John Bates.
We got smacked. We got smacked. It is what it is, man. Like I said, I'm cool. I thought once we had that turnover, when we got that first fumble, I thought I thought it was gonna be a long.
I thought it was on at that point.
I thought it was gonna be all. I thought it was gonna be on, man. Then we I think we drove down. Did we score off that fumble? Because we were up 14-7 at one point. I just don't remember when we scored.
I don't remember. We might have. I'm not sure. I have to go back and watch the game again, man. I don't remember.
Yeah.
One thing I'm going to say though, I'm looking at the stat line, and there shouldn't be a scenario where Christian McCaffrey and Cam Newton has the same amount of carries. I just want to let you know that. They both had 10 rushes. That should not happen.
Well, some of those, not all those count for attempts. Like when he gets sacked, I think that counts as an attempt.
No, it doesn't.
You sure? I'm quite sure it does count towards the rushing numbers.
All right.
I'm quite certain it does.
I have to check. Well, he only got sacked once.
Yeah, he only got sacked once. But yeah. But I thought, but what I'm saying is you're saying as if, I think from the way you speak of it, I think you're speaking as if those are design runs. And I don't think.
I mean, I'll say about. I think at least.
He's scrambling, bro, and getting positive. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like I think maybe 3 or 4 of those were like design runs, and outside of that, it was scrambles.
I mean, so if 3 or 4 were design runs and 7 were scrambles,
you know what I'm saying? Like I get what you're saying.
Yeah, we got to watch the tape.
I mean, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying too. I get what you're saying, but I wouldn't look at that in isolation and be like, that's a problem, right? I feel like
this is the lowest amount of touches that Chris McCaffrey's gotten in any game.
He's got 17 total touches though. That's still
that's my point. Nah, but like
still up there, bro.
I mean that's down for him. Like coming from a guy that normally get at least between 25 and 30.
Is that not good? I mean, is that not a good thing for me? When you look at Tommy Tremble getting, we look at DJ Moore getting five receptions, because what you're saying is take those receptions away, take those touches away, and give them to Christian. But I thought The ball was spread around fine. Those receptions, look, DJ Moore 5 receptions, Robbie Anderson 5 receptions. So for the sake of those getting touches, fuck yeah, take them from Christian. I thought it was great.
Well, I know I like the fact that they spread the ball around, but I'm more concerned about the fact that Christian only had 10 rushes. I think that's my bigger beef more than anything else. I think Cam did a really good job spreading the ball around. I think my bigger beef is the fact that even if we count the fact that some of those things weren't designed, that tells me that there were probably more pass plays to be had, and Cam had a freaking scramble. And you kind of want to give some of that work to Christian.
Again, with the offense, bro, I'm not tripping. Like, yo, he been here for a week. Like, I'm not tripping off anything on the offense, bro. Offense did their thing.
Well, but it goes back. But it goes back to what I just said, right? Because if you're not tripping about the offense because Cam came out in a week, then why wouldn't you give the ball more to Christian? Like, you know what I'm saying?
What I'm saying was there's absolutely nothing wrong with what the offense, with the way that football was spread around today. I have zero problem under any circumstances with the way with the way that that Cam Newton just got here for a week and Christian McCaffrey. And again, I'm gonna do the chart. I ain't do it right now, but I'm gonna do the chart. And when you see that pie chart, Dave, you're gonna be like, that's exactly how it needs to look. And you're gonna be like, yep, you're right, Shad. You're right. And then you won't complain because the ball is being spread around. I think it was fine, bro. There was nothing wrong with it, bro. Nothing wrong with it. I have zero problem with it. Again, on the offensive side of football, if our defense steps up, make a couple plays, we win that game, and nobody will complain about the offense. Our defense let us down, Dave. Had nothing to do with the offense.
Our defense
could have been better. Could have we done some things better on offense? Absolutely. But considering the circumstances with him being here for a week, he doesn't know the full 2-minute offense, all the other circumstances, I'm cool with what the offense did. I'm cool. I'm cool with it. Offense sucks every game. Nah, I disagree, man. The offense was fine today. Like y'all must got short-term memory loss or something. Because if you complain about what we saw today versus what we saw prior to Cam, then something is wrong with y'all. Something is seriously wrong with y'all. Something is seriously wrong with y'all. Y'all got some short-term memory. And see, man.
No, it ain't. It ain't.
Like, is it me? Is it me? Is something wrong with me?
No, Rashad, you're right. You are different. You're different from the last quarterback, just like Cam's different from the last quarterback that started for us. You are different. You are different. I don't understand how somebody can complain about how the way Cam played today. Cam, considering he had a week, he played great. I'm not going at Cam as a player. I'm going at the scheme. Because I've always told you guys the scheme had nothing to do with the quarterback situation. So that's what I'm seeing. Yeah, we had 0 turnovers. We didn't have a freaking turnover, man. Like what more do you want?
That's what's crazy. So that's what's crazy too. I think we won the turnover battle and lost. Yep, 1 turnover to 0 turnovers, and we lost. Like, the defense got, again. This team is predicated. I don't care what we talking about. This team is predicated around good defense and ball control offense. Our offense played better than our defense today, and that is not supposed to happen. That's not how we win. That's not how we're going to win our football games. With the way this offense and the way this coaching staff coaches, they need their defense to step up. And when the defense lets them down, we're going to lose a lot of games.
Look, man, let me tell you something. Cam did fine. And they already, but I don't understand how you can blame Cam after this. But I can't. I don't understand, but I can't understand why I understand why folks are. I just don't agree with it. But now everybody's on this firing the coach train. I'm like, yo, man, that ship is sailed. He's gonna be here next year. I don't see a scenario where he's gonna lose his job now at this point. I think the Cam sign ended that scenario.
I agree with that too. I don't see Matt Rule going anywhere. I think he's gonna get 1 more year at least, and then from that point, we'll I think Tepper will make his decision. But yeah, man, it's not. The defense got
If we
the
lose
defense
out,
got to play
there's
better.
no way. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, with Cam as a starting quarterback, there's no way we'll lose out. We won't lose out.
Yeah, that ain't happening.
If Cam starts all 6 games, there's no way we lose out. If we lose out with Cam as our starting quarterback, he deserves to be fired. But we're not going to lose out. That's not happening. That's not happening. I mean, we got New Orleans, we got Miami, we got Atlanta.
Hell, we just had to watch the football team though, Dave, and they just
But they just beat the Super Bowl champions the week before. So like, let's not do that. Like they beat the Super Bowl champions the week before. I know it was easy target to say, oh, if the one's a football team, they only got 3 wins, 4 wins, blah blah blah. But they just beat the Bucs, and they didn't just beat the Bucs. They curb stomped them. They dominated that game, bro. Brady was out here throwing interceptions. They had a really good day, and they lost Chase Young, and they still continued to mollywop him after he left. And that's what happened to us. I mean, they have Chase Young this week either, and they still beat us. So,
yeah, I don't know, man. I just wish the defense would have stepped up a little bit better. Let me hold on. I have some notes.
I'll answer this question. How many games y'all think we're gonna win? I mean, going with the final 6 games, I mean, we'll win at least 2, maybe 3 out of the last 6. I'm thinking we'll beat Miami, we'll beat Atlanta.
Fam, do y'all remember the 3rd and 25?
Oh, that Watson had?
Yeah, and how we couldn't get out.
Yeah.
Like that's like stuff like that is unacceptable.
Oh yeah.
Like third and 25, they convert. And I think they went for it on 4th, I believe, and then they got it or something like that. I can't remember the sequence. But yo, like, and you want to talk about the offense? Like, I get that Joe Brady could do some things different. I get that. But damn, like, come on, bro. Like, that's just it's unacceptable. It's unacceptable, bro. It's unacceptable, man. Defense got to do better. And again, we got to play complementary football. And again, I say it again. This coaching staff is this coaching philosophy is predicated on good defense and complementary offense. And when the good defense ain't bringing it, the offense ain't good enough to compensate. I don't think it's ever going to be. Even I think that's just the way it's designed. I think we're a ball control offense. And again, we lost the time of possession. And you know what's crazy? They keep asking me. The football team YouTubers asked me. They said, "Yo, in order for the Washington football team to win this game, what needs to happen?" I said they got to dominate time of possession. I said they got to win a turnover battle. They didn't win a turnover battle, and they got to run the football. They ran for 190 on us, and then killed time possession. They beat us by more than 10 minutes of time possession. So, I mean, it's simple. We had the same game plan, right? The football team and the Panthers had the same game plan. They just executed better.
Yep.
They just executed better. 89 J Stubb said, I thought Cam would have the jitters today instead of the rest of the team did. That's a fact. That's a fact.
That's a fact.
That's a fact. That's a fact, bro. I was at the game. I was at the game. Yep, penalty.
He can go to the game and still stream later. Like that is the thing. That can't happen.
Yeah, I stayed 15 minutes from the stadium, bro. I'm right up the street.
Yeah, we didn't do that in the 3rd quarter again, by the way.
Oh, word? I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, I don't think we scored. We didn't score in the 3rd quarter. If I remember
correctly. I didn't even realize that. Damn.
Yeah, it's easy to not realize it when you're having fun.
It's hard to it's hard to dial in when you're at the game. Like I gotta go back and watch it on TV to really get into it. So maybe some of what y'all saying is right, and maybe I have a different perspective once I watch the game on TV. It's just different angles. And sometimes, like, especially in that trench work, I couldn't really. Y'all saying Derrick Brown got dominated? I can't really see that.
Derrick Brown should have had a way better day than what he had. He didn't look good, bro.
Yeah, I know they was moving us. They was moving us, B. They was moving us.
And the thing is, during Sheena's halftime thing, that was a big discussion. It was a discussion about, is Derrick Brown the worst top 10 pick we've had in a while? And there was a lot of, man, let me tell you something. Yeah.
Nah, I think it's too far.
So, but yeah, he was getting bullied a lot. He was getting bullied a lot in that game, in the game today, bro. Jared wants to watch some interviews, man.
Yo, go back and I think the interviews happened already. You want to go back and watch them?
He wants to hear. I mean, we could do Rule. Rule was an interesting one.
Cap.
Cam was interesting. I'll listen to a couple of them.
Well, before we do that, I do want to say that the Panther Nation showed up, and it was a lot of Washington football team fans in there. I will say that there was still a lot of Washington football team fans, but it still felt different. Like, it still felt like it was it felt like a real home game. Like, the crowd was into it. We was amped up. It didn't feel like the other ones. Like, the other games, you could just see the other teams being excited like the entire game. This felt like a real home game. Everybody showed up. There was a few hats out there. Everybody with a bunch of number 1 jerseys out there. So it was dope, man. It's good to see Panther Nation. The whole reclaim the bank and all that with Cam. It was dope, man. I think they did a good job. I think we held it down from a fan standpoint. We got loud when it's time to get loud. We shut up when it's time to shut up. The keep pounding chant was the loudest I heard in forever. And if you want to go back and hear it, I did stream it live. The whole pregame joint was cool. Halftime show was cool. I think the halftime show, they had the paratroopers come in. Yeah, this is fact. Shout out to Shalika. I believe I'm saying your name right. She said, we haven't seen this much offense since game 3, and people had a nerve to say Cam is a player. Well, I agree. And Ron, this is a great point. I think Ron had our defense figured out. Yeah, the Scott turn, they were moving. They had a lot of dudes moving around. The misdirection.
Ron probably watched the defense, was like, oh, this is it. And then just went. And Ron was like, oh, this is all they do? Oh, he probably had to do double takes looking at multiple games to see if they did anything different. And then
they had a great game plan, man. They just all that misdirection, it just had us off balance. We didn't know the awareness. Like, if you playing Madden, like, our awareness scores are really low. If they go back and adjust everybody's awareness needs to drop by like 2 points. Like, seriously, seriously, that's the only way I can equate it to layman's terms.
My man said, get on Madden 22 and drop the awareness of all the players on the defense.
I'm just saying, like, I'm serious. Everybody graded to drop by like 2 points, and it's not. It's the misdirection. It was the misdirection. It was the motion. It was a lot of movement. You just didn't know who had the football, bro. That's all it was, bro. Alex said Carter was lost. Yeah, that's what they had a great game plan, bro.
Yo, man, I said,
and we couldn't tackle for shit either. Tackling.
No.
You remember when that was a huge problem like a couple years back? Like, it was a major problem today. Like, we could not bring down their running backs for nothing.
The crazy thing is that, and I said it earlier, I was like, yo, there's some players that lost some money today, bro. There's some players that lost some money today. Like, I know everybody wants to re-sign Dante. Huh?
No, go ahead. No, go ahead.
I know a lot of folks want to re-sign Dante and want Dante here before a lot of other players. I'm not sure about that, man. Now, granted, McLaurin's legit. Like, I think a lot of folks are shocked by McLaurin. McLaurin's legit. He's a legit one. You know what I'm saying? He's one of the better wide receivers in the NFL. Nobody talks about him because of the quarterback he's probably playing with. But McLaurin's legit. All right, let me be clear that. But still, you don't pay somebody the amount of money that Dante was initially, there was talks of Dante looking for, and not having the ability to contain somebody like him. So, Yeah, he's absolutely a top 10 wide receiver in the NFL.
Yeah, and
He's
I feel
absolutely
like,
a top 10 wide receiver in the
I
NFL.
feel like that's what separates you, right? And this is why I don't think Dante Jackson should be paid top tier money. We've always said that Dante Jackson is a number 2 cornerback. He should not be guarding your top guy. That's where he would get exposed. And that goes back to Julio Jones. It goes back to Mike Evans. Like, he shouldn't be guarding those guys, right? And I feel like that when I said it, and I said it on Twitter, I was like, "Yo, we have got to get Gilmore." And this is before I knew he had the quad. I didn't know the quad was as big of a deal as it still is. Apparently, right? He said it. Gilmore said in his interview that, "Yo, I'm still rehabbing, so I'm not quite ready, like 100 to take 100% snaps." But Dante needs a compliment. He's not the guy, and I think that's where he got exposed. And it's not his fault. I just don't think he should be guarding those top guys. Therefore, he should not be paid top cornerback money. He's not that dude. And he's that dude. I think he's like what's in between, like a number 1 and a number 2 corner, or he's like in between.
He's a 1.5. He's like a 1.5.
He's like a 1.5. Yeah, like he's a 1.5. Like he might give you some good reps on number 1.
He's a guy that can take on some number 1 wide receivers in the NFL, but once you hit that upper tier of the wide receivers in the NFL, he struggles. That's what he is. Like, he can probably take on like somebody that's a middle of the pack wide receiver 1 in the league, but when he gets to like to that top 10, like your Devontae Adams,
there you go,
your Tyreek Hills, your D Hops, and then that ain't him. And then even he'll struggle with the guys that are in the cusp of the top 10, like a Terry McLaurin or a Justin Jefferson. Like, he would struggle with those guys too.
There you go. So, now you guys are getting like I like this, a high-end number 2. I like that. He's a high-end number 2 cornerback. And Dave hit it right on the head. Pause. I think he said that, he's solid against some of the lower end guys, but when it comes to them top 10, it's a perfect definition. He can't stick with those dudes like that. And that's where you need a real, like a JC Horn. That's why
through the whole game. Because you can think the Steelers game. You remember the Steelers game when Antonio Brown cooked them? When I think it was a rookie that year, and not a second year, whatever.
I remember that game.
Antonio Brown cooked them in the first half, and then in the second half, you shut him down. But the thing is, if you're a top tier corner, you're shutting your guy down the whole game. Like, it's not spurts, because they're putting that trust in you to shut that guy down if you consider yourself a shutdown corner.
But that's why JC Horn was so important to Dante Jackson. And when you need a JC Horn to be effective, should you invest in that type of guy? I'm asking.
No.
I'm asking.
Well,
I'm asking. I'm not saying you should. I'm asking.
No, but not cornerback 1 money, but quarterback 2, high-end cornerback 2 money, sure, but not cornerback 1 money. Like, do you think it should make more than make as much as James Bradbury? I don't.
No. How much is Bradbury making?
And I know Pat Coltrane's probably gonna edit this portion out, but I never like slander on Bradbury like that. But I don't think he should make more than Bradbury, as much as Bradbury. No, absolutely not. And that's where you got to think about it at, because he might be trying to ask for something similar or not close to that, and I don't think he deserves that. Not right now. You play in the NFC South, man. There's some good wide receivers in the NFC South.
Yeah, I saw CJ Henderson out there a little bit, but I didn't see him get targeted too much. And I know Stephon Gilmore didn't get targeted at all. When he was out there, your boy was looking the other way. And that's number 1 cornerback. That's number 1 cornerback. Because I don't think Stephon got targeted one time. I could be wrong on that, but I don't think Stephon got targeted. And that's number 1 cornerback status. When you get ignored, and they know you out there, you ain't a number 1 cornerback like that. If you like constantly getting picked on, that ain't number 1 cornerback status. So, but yeah, man. Henderson got scored on. I mean, it happens, bro. Somebody got to get scored on. Dante's better. Of course, Dante's way better than Troy Pride. That's not even
if that's
close.
your bar,
We're
then
not
we should
even
just be
doing
able to
that.
pay Dante Jackson $2 million a year and call it a day. If that's your bar, bro.
Yeah. Troy Pride shouldn't even. He ain't even on a damn voting ballot right now. And no disrespect to Troy Pride, but this
Well,
cornerback room is
he's out,
loaded.
right? He's out.
He's done for the season, but he might be out for good the way this cornerback room is looking.
Yeah, he ain't gonna survive this room. If we re-sign most of the folks that we had this year, he ain't surviving. There's no way.
Yeah, but I mean, but
No
this
way.
is why this is also why you got to give a full season's look, right? You can't base your who I'm gonna pay, who I'm not gonna pay based off of
One
8 games.
game. No, I
Yeah,
agree.
off of 8 games or what, like 9 games. Like you got to give it a full season. Give it a full season, then take a look at the entire picture, not just what they did at week 18 and the last game of the season before you pay them.
But
Like
but
look at the
but
entire picture.
but here's the problem, and you notice some of these players they're going off not the whole picture. They're going off the highlights. They're trying to get as much as they want, as much as they can. So you can't be mad when the GMs and the salary cap specialists be like, well, you really like this. You know what I'm saying? It's always a give and take. It's always in between, right?
Yeah, I think we can. Man, this is tough. This is a tough one. I
Nope.
think this is a tough one. Man, this dude definitely not coming on the show now, man. Damn,
Well,
Dave.
he ain't replied back yet anyway at this point.
Yo.
Like, look, man. He replied to
Dave,
you. He didn't
Jermaine.
just remember.
Go
Listen,
ahead, go ahead.
he didn't reply to you to say yes or no. He
No, he
replied to you
didn't.
because you made a mistake.
I
Just
did
remember
make a
that.
mistake. I did.
He didn't reply back after that. And all love to him. I hope he has a great. I hope he continues to have a good season. But let's keep
Damn,
it a buck, man.
Jermaine don't fuck with PNP, yo.
he probably watches.
Jermaine Carter don't fuck with PNP. It's all good though. It's all good. But yeah, he definitely
Well, I
not
gotta
going.
quit calling him Jeremiah first.
Now
First,
that Dave,
I gotta learn how to read. I gotta learn how to read, and not call him Jeremiah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and you called him Jeremiah, and we not paying him. Now you said we ain't paying him, so he's definitely not coming on the show now. Ah man, that's funny. Yeah,
he'll probably come on the show after he gets paid.
Yeah, Perriman, he's balling. I mean, he got a lot of tackles. That don't necessarily mean, that's not necessarily a good thing. Tackles don't necessarily mean you're a baller, but yeah, he's playing well over with the Raiders. So yeah, that would have been good. I think we do need to look at linebacker come this draft. I started turning towards draft mode a little bit more heavy. But we'll see. But yeah, man. What else we got, Dave? You want anything else before we get back to y'all 8:30 or 8:30 p.m. tomorrow? I gotta watch the game. I gotta watch it again. I gotta watch it from
Town Hall's gonna be lit tonight, bro. I'm just gonna listen
I don't
in.
jump on the town halls, bro.
Are you
I
done?
don't jump on the town halls. Yeah, I'm retired from town halls, man.
All right, I'll hop in for the people.
Yeah,
I'm gonna hop in there. I might talk a bit. I'm curious to see what the reactions are from the team. I think everybody's gonna be on get Matt Rule out of here. But the problem they're gonna realize real fast is that there's only one way we're gonna get Matt Rule out of here, and that's if Penn State has a job that he wants, or a college job pops up that he wants. Other than that, he ain't going nowhere. He's gonna be here next year.
Yeah. Town hall does be crazy. I don't be getting it anymore though.
Because if you get into town hall, bro, that means you pretty much giving up your night. So I've decided that I'll do town halls while gaming. Like I'll town hall and game.
Have to watch the game, but sober. Yeah, this is true. I was lit at the game. Shout out to Austin, man. We was punishing some drinks.
Look at you.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Me, Austin, Aspen had a good time. I wasn't sitting with them. I wasn't sitting with them, but I ran into them before the game. Shout out to my peoples. But yeah, man, anything you can't watch the town hall.
It's on Twitter Spaces.
It's on Twitter. You got to Twitter Spaces.
Yeah,
it's cool. It's cool sometimes when they on topic. It's cool. When that shit get off topic though, I can't rock with it. That's just me.
And then it can get chaotic too because everybody trying to talk at the same time. But that just happens. It's part of the gig. No, I mean the town hall is basically it's a fan base. It's like fan base, right? So it's pretty much the fans, and occasionally we'll get like Sheena Quick and Carolina Blitz. Vasta will hop
Yeah.
up in there and give some scoops there about what's been going on. Like they'll talk about certain times when they get in there. But like the two guys that run it, they do a pretty good job with it. I just think the
Yeah, they do a
big
good job.
thing, yeah, they do a good job with it. I think with the Twitter space conundrum is always a challenge because you can't control who talks when. You can mute everybody at once. You know what I'm saying? But then once you unmute, then it back to being a free for all. But you know, depending on the 10 that you get when you in the chat, I mean, most people are respectful. I think I had one funny moment on there once, but it is what it is. Fun times.
Yeah.
But nah, man. Dunk on Demand. Shout out to Dunk on Demand.
Yeah,
Shout out to
Aaron,
Mr.
I didn't see Aaron. Yeah, he was at the game, but I didn't see him. I didn't see Aaron. I think dudes from the 4-man rush was there. Kev was there. I didn't see them either. I didn't see anybody.
Yo,
I
I
didn't.
watched the video. I watched the video that Aaron posted, and I noticed he put a watermark on the video. He's like, I'm tired of these major media folks taking my stuff. So
Yeah,
he put a watermark on it. Smart man.
you should. You should put watermark on your stuff. You gotta have Twitter, man. You gotta have Twitter to join the spaces, man. Just follow Dave whenever Dave joins the
Yeah,
town
when I
hall.
join, when I hop on the
You'll
top,
see
when
it.
I hop in, you'll see it at the top.
Yeah, you'll see when Dave jumps in there.
So y'all
So
just need to
follow
follow me,
Dave.
man.
Follow Dave, or I don't know if he jumps in under our account. If he jumps in under our account, under the PNP account, you can.
If I jumped in your account, if I jumped in the PNP account, I'll probably be up there more often. But because I'm individual Dave, I occasionally get to talk, but it depends.
I don't. I've only spoken once up there. Twice.
You've been up
Twice.
there
Twice.
you've been up there twice.
Twice. It was twice.
I was trying to get to a point where we both were up there at the same time, but I don't think Cam and company knows that like we're the same, part of the same show. But it is what it is.
Yeah. All right. So anything else before we close this thing out, man? Again, I'm not upset with the loss. I'm cool. Like I said, I'm playing with house money at the end of the day. I'm not mad, not upset. Again, I would I would like to see the defense play better. We need to again. It's this whole team philosophy is predicated off a good defense, and when you can't play good defense, I just don't think that the offensive philosophy is built to overcome an opponent with just scoring points. So that's my opinion.
One thing I'm intrigued by going into the next game, how the locker room is going to react after a loss with Cam in the locker room. And how it's all about the nuances, bro. It's all about the nuances. It's all about how they handle certain things now because the locker room became Cam's locker room the moment that he signed on for the team. You know what I'm saying? It's his room. Like it's his locker room. It became his team as soon as he signed. So now it gets interesting with the dynamic between him and Rule and Brady. So I'm kind of intrigued to see how things go during the week from that standpoint and how we respond when we go up against Miami next week. So it'll be interesting to see.
Yes, again, if you are invested and you're invested in the whole playoff situation, every game from this point on, it was starting today really, but now it gets even more critical. Yeah,
we needed it. Dog, we couldn't afford to lose this game, man. Like we could have. We would be sitting in a much better spot. Losing this game was bad. This was a bad one. This was not a good
right
one
now. Yeah, because we could have ended up being second in the NFC South had we won. Right now we're still third. The Falcons are still last in the South. But if you look at the playoff standings as of right now, we're 10th. And that's
what Zach, I said that on Twitter, man. I said we just fell to 10th. San Francisco's ahead of us. New Orleans ahead of us. Minnesota's ahead of us.
Yep.
So like
Minnesota jumped all the way up into the 6th spot, and New Orleans dropped down to the 7th spot. And we were just up in the 7th spot. The Eagles are in front of us now. Like it's
why?
It's not good. Yeah, they have the tiebreaker. Washington, if they win, they'll jump in front of us.
Well, the bye because we haven't had our bye yet.
We haven't had our bye yet. Yeah, but once we get even, they're gonna jump us because they have the tiebreaker.
The
And then
Falcons won't jump us.
the Falcons won't jump us, but the Giants could if they get a couple more wins. We talked about it a little bit earlier. But yeah, man, it ain't it. It's tough, bro. Like you got to start getting the game up on these cats, like or two. Like you got to start putting together some wins. So,
The
but yeah,
Cardinals get interesting if they can hold on and win this game. Because if the Cardinals win today, they'll be 9-2 going into the bye, which is not a bad spot to be. They'll keep their number one spot during the bye. Because the only other team that has 2 losses is Dallas. So, but Dallas would jump them because Dallas has a better conference record as long as Dallas doesn't lose any more games. They don't lose, well, they're going to lose today, it looks like, so never mind. They lose to the Chiefs right now. They look terrible, too.
yeah. Yep.
19-9. Jesus, man. I had Dak Prescott today. I should have played Cam. I know Dak can get me nothing.
I will say though, man, it was good to see Cam, bro. It was good to see him out there. Like I said, for me, that's what it's about. It's good to see him back. He's still playing good football. The offense looked fine. No concerns about the offense. I'm good, man. Again, if the defense does what they have to do consistently, then we're fine. But we got exposed. I think we really need to go back to the drawing board and figure some stuff out. Especially when it comes to the run game, right? We let a team that was average. They were an average running team. Like we were a better rushing team than they were, and we let them run all over us. And so that's not going to equate to success. Looking forward to Miami. I don't know where they sit from a rushing perspective. I can look it up real quick. Let me see.
Shoot, Miami
Rushing
only
offense.
Miami only 1 game behind us. They 4-7. We 5-6.
Ooh, Miami is the last. They rank last in rushing yards
running
per
the
game.
ball.
Yeah, they rank last in rushing yards per game. Only 73. 73 yards per game. Yeah. We average 116. The football team averages 115. I don't think that includes today. I could be wrong, but I don't think that includes today.
I believe it, man. I believe it because do you know what their running backs are? Don't look. I'm asking you.
No, I don't. I don't know. No, I don't.
Myles Gaskin, Ahmed. There's another guy they got. But Myles Gaskin is their RB1. Oh, I think Malcolm Brown plays for them too. Remember him? He used to play for Rams.
Yeah.
So yeah.
This is interesting because Matt Rules did say he wanted to play PJ today. He said the plan was for them to play PJ. That's what the plan was.
The plan was to play PJ some.
Sprinkle him in there, yes. And they said that Cam was doing so well, they didn't want to take him out.
Well, so I did tell you that was to play every down.
Yeah, you did.
It's just like McCaffrey, bro.
Yeah.
They didn't want to take him out either. They'll tell you they don't want to go.
Yeah.
But the offense wasn't the problem today.
Nope. Offense was not the issue, fam.
Ship has sailed, man.
What's the comment? I'm on another tab.
Oh, fire Matt Rule and hire Bieniemy. We're past that point. Bieniemy's going to wait till Reed retires. At this point, I don't think he's going to come here. Yeah. Our chance was 2020. Oh, Michael Brown's on IR. Oh, of course, Brand Dodger would know. Brand Dodger is a Dolphins fan, but he did play for them, so I wasn't buzzing.
Yep.
Oh, you remember Duke Johnson?
I remember Duke Johnson.
Hopefully we don't see him. Hopefully he doesn't remember. Hopefully we don't remember in a different way on Sunday.
And listen, I saw
Chuba didn't have any touches. Any thoughts on that?
Yeah, Chuba was out. No, I'm not surprised actually. I think the game plan is to keep those type of running backs, the passing, catching running backs, into the game. I think it's to get them the football, and I feel like both of those guys are the same type. Amir Abdullah is Christian McCaffrey light, so I think they wanted to give Cam that receiving option out of the backfield, and those two guys accomplish that goal. So I'm not surprised. I think, and let me just address it because I do see some of the comments in the chat about Cam missing some guys, and them being open. I mean, that's gonna happen, bro. This is his first full game with the Panthers. The timing has to be get right. Again, it's gonna take some time, bro. It's gonna take some
So
time for Cam to get right, bro.
I'm playing devil advocate. And I'm gonna ask you a question because we have criticized previous quarterbacks about missing the open guys. So how many weeks are you gonna give Cam until you start going at his ass about missing the open guys?
I'll give him at least 3.
Okay.
And so starting
I'm just
from this
asking
week,
because
because starting from not last week, that didn't count.
no, that's
That
fair.
was like 2 or 3 snaps. Starting from this week, he's got 2 more weeks before I start really criticizing. Until then, yo, fam, it's all good. Like Cam it is what it is, bro. Give him 3 weeks,
It's
he'll be
all
fine.
you know how I am, bro. I'm about consistency, right? Like if we be going at other people's neck for missing open guys, we gotta go at Cam. That's how I feel about it. I know
No,
what
I
Cam
agree.
meant to the community. I love how you put the hat on now. Dope hat, by the way. I
Yeah,
know
man,
Cam.
appreciate it.
I know Cam is impactful to the Charlotte community, to the Carolinas in general. I get it, but it's about consistency, bro. Just like
No,
y'all got on my neck
I hear
when I
you.
went on. Yeah, just like when I got on when I gave Luke a stock down, y'all got on my neck, but it was warranted. Not
Here's
getting
the
on my
difference.
neck.
Here's pause. Here's the difference between those other situations in regards to Cam Newton, right? Cam Newton hasn't had a full training camp. He hasn't had a
No,
full
I
off
know.
season. So I'm just giving you the reason as to why you got to give him time. He hasn't been
No, no.
here. Even going back to Teddy, like Teddy didn't have a full
Yeah,
off
Teddy didn't have
season.
it all season. Yeah,
There's a
and
guy
he
that
had
had a
COVID.
full off season. There's a guy that had everything and just sucked. Okay, there's a difference. There's difference
There is a
here.
guy. There's a
There
guy.
is difference.
There's a guy that knows a guy.
There's
I
a
know.
guy, yeah, yeah. But Cam, and again, I'm not even with that. I'm not gonna be super overcritical. But yeah, 3 weeks, and then we can start saying, all right, Cam, we gotta we gotta do better.
Oh no, I'm with you,
But
man.
but yeah, man. So it is what it is, man. Again, I ain't mad, bro. I ain't mad. I ain't mad. I'm cool with what we did today on the offensive side of the ball. It's the defense that really let me down. The defense let us down for sure. We got out game plan. We weren't ready. Uh, Shout out to Scott Turner, Ron Rivera. I think Ron Rivera said, "Yo, I know how to." Like Dave said, "Yo, I know how to beat this. This is it." And
That's
then
what he did, man.
yeah,
Yo, that's what he did. And the thing is, everybody's gonna be saying, "Oh, well, we beat him last year." I was like, "Yeah, but there's a difference between Dwayne Haskins and Terrell Heineke. Like Haskins was terrible, but I digress."
yep, yep. But man, listen, I agree, man. I got to go back tomorrow, watch this game. I think that I need to see some things. I need to see what happened defensively, bro, because I saw it. I saw some things. I saw a lot of guys out of place, a lot of miscommunication, all of which things can be fixed. Now, there's some things that I have some concerns about from a personnel standpoint. Beef on the edges, pause. I feel like they ran right at our edge rushers, and I feel like we didn't have an answer. I mean, they were dropped. What was their yards per carry today, Dave? It had to have been up there. Let me see. They averaged 4.8 yards per carry. That's about right. That's about right.
Yeah, I
So
was shocked at how much work that Antonio Gibson got. To be honest with you, but then again, I thought the game flow was going to be a lot different than what we saw. But nah, man, Taylor did his thing. Heineke did his thing. Gibson did his thing. I mean, Taylor had more passing yards than Cam, but but as a whole, all like
yeah, he
passing and
had
rushing yards.
and he had less attempts too. They was moving the football in chunks.
Yeah, they were.
But again, it was. I think it's not that Taylor's a better quarterback. It's that they schemed
it.
They schemed it, and I feel like they had a specific plan to attack our defense. Like I know it sounds stupid and remedial, but they had a deliberate plan, and we did not adjust to kind of put an end to that plan. They did their plan worked. They went after it and stayed with it, and they got chunk yardage. I say it all the time, that misdirection, the sweeps, and all this motion and all that shit just was confusing, bro. So yeah, so and we couldn't tackle either. But I think that we'll be fine. Defensively, we should be fine. I think with Cam, the offense is going to be better. But I just want us to get to as close to as 500 as possible, man. That's just my goal for this year. That's just my goal for this year, bro. All right. Anything else, Dave, before we get out of here, bro?
Nah, I'm good, man. I'm gonna watch the rest of this Dallas and Kansas City game and hope that Dak Prescott gets me enough fantasy points I can win my matchup, because he is trash right now, bro. But nah, Cam did well on fantasy if you played him. I will say that. He did really well in fantasy if you played him. But all right, guys, I'm done.
All right. Make sure you hit that like button on the way out. Hit the subscribe button. I got the Cam Newton. Oh, hold on, Dave.
Oh yeah, you shipped my jerseys. I can still use some money too, don't I?
Yeah. That too. And we got the Cam Newton signed mini helmet right here that I'm gonna give away once we hit 15,000 subscribers. So hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so. Yeah, like my hat, man. Wife made it for me. Dave, you want me to see you one? I can make you one, man. I'll make you one. I'll make one. I put them for sale, bro.
You got to give the missus another job, huh?
Yep. But yeah, man, we got beat today. It's all good. I had fun at the bank today. The last time I had fun at the bank in a while. But all right. Hit the like button, subscribe button, notification bell, all that good stuff. We'll check y'all out tomorrow, 8:30 p.m. And on your way out, also check out Underdog Fantasy. Use the code PNP, sign up, and support your boys. All right.
They still giving $100 match too. So if you put in $100, you get $100, up to $100. So use the code PNP, guys. Get you some money. There ain't too many places on earth where you can win 20 times your money. So, all right.
We out of here. Peace out, y'all.